Hello again. That's good. Shortly, the official party will enter the graduation hall. When they've taken their positions on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the national anthem. Could you please stand for the academic procession?
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional acknowledgement of country.
Thank you. Pujimulinu everyone. Good morning. And Nalawa, welcome. We begin today by acknowledging that we gather together today in Wallamata, the traditional country of the Darug people and the ancestral clan lands of the Wallamedical, the Snapperfish people. I wish to pay my respects to our old people, those that went before us, our elders and our ancestors, and to thank the university for their invitation to come here and do this with you. The acknowledgement of country, I believe, to be one of the sweet and beautiful features of contemporary Australia. It's where we have an opportunity to stand with Aboriginal Australia and affirm ourselves as a nation who works together for the common purpose of the social and environmental healing of our country. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the neighbouring Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it, and so he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria as she's known, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and eventually secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, seeking refuge during the brutal displacement of Aboriginal people throughout the 1800s, and the place became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times, when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing he wrote but the tools they carried. They were mostly naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, no armies, no homelessness. People then cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they've done here in Wallamata for the past 20,000 years. So please consider, this is not some far-off ideal or a dream yet to be realised. This is normal life for us, and for the longest time, and not that long ago. So there's really no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and generosity is a hallmark of Aboriginal culture. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the earth. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us where you can, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of, and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you. Have a wonderful day and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yano.
Distinguished guests, I'm pleased to introduce Pro-chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Nick Mansfield.
Thank you very much, Chris Tobin, for your acknowledgement of country. We're here today to mark the value and meaning of education, and it adds a huge amount to the significance of the event to be able to connect it to the long and strong traditions of knowledge, education and wisdom that have been enacted in these lands for many thousands of years. It's a great honour to the university to receive that acknowledgement, and it adds a great deal to the ceremony, and we thank you very much. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduates, and most importantly, all our graduands. It's my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. And I bring our graduands and their guests an especially warm greeting from the members of the Macquarie University Council, the university's governing body. It's our hope today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. Now, I hear that we might have a couple of small children and even maybe a baby or two here today, and I want you to know that they are especially welcome. I also want you to know that we do not expect young children to stay either still or quiet through the course of a long graduation ceremony. This is very much an event for families and friends, and children are especially welcome. So today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a university degree is not an easy thing. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in pursuit of your end goal. But now I can say you've made it, and I look forward to personally congratulating each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduates here with us as invited guests. The fact that you've been invited to celebrate one of what we believe to be one of the most memorable and significant days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important and significant influence. So to our invited guests, congratulations to you as well, and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. Universities are different from schools, colleges and other educational institutions in that they link teaching, the sharing of knowledge and ideas, with research, the discovery and formulation of new knowledge and new ways of thinking. There are very few innovations in our world, whether it be in how we're treated when we're sick, how we interact with our environment, the technologies that increasingly define our work, communication and entertainment, how we are educated, the laws we live by, the policies our governments pursue, or the debates that define how we live, think, and make values that are not touched or even initiated in university research. A university education teaches you not only skills and knowledge, but gives you an awareness of how truth and new ideas develop, how they are tested, and how they are validated. Innovation is at the heart of every university and therefore also challenge, difficulty, and the excitement that go with them. Macquarie University is at the forefront of innovation and challenge. It was at Macquarie University, for example, and work done in conjunction with the CSIRO, that the world's first working WLAN microchip was developed, the microchip on which all current Wi-Fi technology depends, and that many of us carry around, most of us carry around at every hour of the day, and we refer to constantly, and that many of you will use to record today's events. It's this spirit of innovation we celebrate, especially in the graduation of our PhD candidates, who are being awarded the world's highest academic qualification for projects that by definition must be original, groundbreaking, and forward-thinking, no matter what the field. But everyone who's graduating today has had to confront these challenges of innovation, of new ways of thinking, and of change, a process that I'm sure has had its surprises and difficulties and confounding, confusing moments, as well as moments of anxiety, uncertainty, and stress. But graduates, you have confronted these challenges and you have won through. You have faced uncertainty and difficulty. You have been assessed against high standards, world-class standards, and you have met with success. You should be very proud of what you have accomplished. It is no small achievement, and the university is certainly proud of you and what you have achieved. But we in Macquarie are also very much aware that education is not just an academic matter. It is fundamentally about people and about human relationships. The university strives to be an hospitable, open, and supportive place. The friendliness, inclusiveness, and approachability of Macquarie staff and students, for example, is often commented by visitors from across Australia and around the world. And that's an inherent part of the Macquarie University culture, and that we intend that will always remain so. Remember, you will always be welcome here on campus. Macquarie University will always be a leader in learning and teaching, and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values, and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some issues might diverge. It's that combination of intellectual endeavour and human care that defines what a university is all about. Guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduates, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of the community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But now it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Bob Conroy, AFSM. Bob Conroy has more than 50 years of experience in protected area management, in operational, executive and audit and risk roles, including with the New South Wales Office of Environment and Heritage, New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service, Jenolan Caves Reserve Trust, Royal Botanic Gardens and Domain Trust, Lord Howe Island Board, the Sydney Harbour Federation Trust and the New South Wales State Emergency Service. Bob is a long-standing member of the New South Wales Bushfire Coordinating Committee and is also a member of the Rural Fire Service Advisory Council, the Emergency Leaders for Climate Action Group, and both the New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Advisory Council and the Greater Sydney Regional Advisory Committee. Bob's a former council and board member of the Australasian Fire and Emergency Service Authorities Council and is currently chair of the New South Wales Nature Conservation Council Bushfire Advisory Committee. Bob is a Churchill Fellow and is an expert assessor under the UNESCO Green List Australia program. He's also RFS Deputy Captain with a local brigade and has both interstate and international deployment experience and has received the National Fire Medal, the RFS Long Service Medal, the 2019 Emergency Services Medal and the Australian Fire Service Medal. I now invite Bob Conroy, AFSM, to deliver the occasional address.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to start by acknowledging the presiding officer, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, family members and friends. I would also like to thank Chris for the acknowledgement to country and also acknowledge the traditional owners, elders and custodians of the land we are on, the Walyumadigal people of the Darug Aboriginal Nation. This land within the catchment of the Lane Cove River, or the Durabang in Darug language, was never ceded, and always was and always will be Aboriginal land. I have a connection with Macquarie University that goes back quite a long way. A few years after finishing my higher school certificate, I began a full-time job here at Macquarie University as a fitter's assistant. Just married and living at Eastwood and working from a small house on the grounds of the university, I spent a year working with the university fitters and electricians, maintaining the air conditioning and the heating systems, and wandering through the vast, relatively unknown labyrinth of tunnels that sit on the grounds of the university. By chance, I came across an advertisement for a job as a New South Wales National Parks Ranger. I applied for that job 3 times before being finally successful. I think I was given the position for my persistence in applications rather than for anything else. But I was very lucky and I finally found my calling and was able to combine my love for the outdoors with an ambition of wanting to better understand and protect our natural and cultural heritage. And so I began undertaking various courses of study as my wife and I moved around New South Wales at the University of New England, at Macquarie University and the University of Technology, Sydney. Along that way, I was encouraged and very inspired by the many fabulous lecturers and tutors that I had along that way. And some even have become very significant and lifelong mentors for me. I started with the Park Service in the mid-1970s when the main challenges and technologies were very different to those of today. National Parks was then very focused on building a viable reserve system, managing wildlife populations across New South Wales, providing recreational opportunities, protecting Aboriginal heritage values from development, and importantly, building community support for conservation. While some of those challenges remain, we're now facing new challenges, some of which were not entirely obvious back then. Ken Henry, a well-regarded economist, former Secretary of the Australian Treasury, and an original proponent of an admissions trading scheme for Australia, has recently drawn attention to some of those challenges. He refers to the environmental catastrophe now facing younger Australians, which he defines as an intergenerational tragedy. He points to various issues that successive governments have allowed to get out of hand, including catastrophic environmental damage and failure to adequately mitigate and adapt to climate change. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the trajectory of climate change and progressive deviation from established weather patterns that we're now experiencing is unequivocally human-driven, wide-ranging and profound. We now regularly hear references to what has been referred to as the climate emergency, the use of the descriptor unprecedented in relation to weather patterns, and greater use of the prefix mega in the context of recent fires, storms and droughts. We also see a significant rise of community agitation and advocacy for greater action on climate change. The World Meteorological Organization recently reported that 2024 was the warmest year on record. An extraordinary streak of record-breaking temperatures has occurred in the last 10 years. No better example of climate change augmented and amplified emergencies can be found than in the devastating events recently experienced in the USA. The Camp Fire in Northern California in 2018 killed 85 people, displaced 50,000, destroyed 18,000 homes and other structures, and cost an estimated $16 billion. The Lahaina fires in Maui on Hawaii in 2023 killed 104 people, destroyed 2,200 buildings and caused damage estimated at $6 billion US. And most recently, the 8 Los Angeles fires in January this year, in the winter of North America, which burnt over 23,000 hectares, killed 29 people, displaced an estimated 200,000 people, and destroyed more than 18,000 homes at an estimated cost of $250 billion US. Similar climate change-related fire trends are reported across Europe, South America, Canada, and even apparent in the Russian Arctic. Just this week, 24 people were killed and 23,000 people forced to evacuate their homes in South Korea in what the acting president described as an unprecedented crisis, which is rewriting the record books for the worst wildfires in the nation's history. Closer to home, the fingerprints of climate change are also evident. The Black Summer 2019-20 wildfires, for example, burned a total of 24.5 million hectares, killing 34 people and destroying 3,000 homes and other buildings. With the bushfire smoke indirectly affecting more than 400 people who died in hospital as a result. Shortly after those devastating fires, Eastern Australia experienced what was called the Great Deluge event of 2022. These record-breaking rain and flood events were part of a long line of climate change-driven extreme events. The evidence is overwhelming. For example, NASA has confirmed that the main driver behind these events is the significant warming of the atmosphere from the release of greenhouse gases. For every 1 degree of warming, the atmosphere holds 7% more water vapour. Hotter oceans hold more energy, meaning that they can amplify the global water cycle. Glaciers and ice sheets hold around 70% of the world's fresh water, and their rapid loss over the last 50 years represents a different but no less important environmental and humanitarian threat. Climate change has been described as a grey rhino, a term coined by Michelle Zucker in 2016 in her book The Grey Rhino: How to Recognise and Act on the Obvious Dangers We Ignore. A crash of grey rhinos, so a crash is a herd of grey rhinos, is a phrase similar in some respects to the elephant in the room and the unpredictable black swan event, but instead is a highly probable, high impact, yet all too often neglected threat. Not of random surprises, but a series of warnings and visible evidence of the obvious. Many of our extreme weather-driven emergencies can be attributed to the manifestation of grey rhino phenomena. The latest IPCC report states that climate change is a threat to human well-being and planetary health, and there's a rapidly closing window of opportunity to secure a livable and sustainable future for all. Climate change is not a giant hoax, it's not a conspiracy, it's real and it's impacting all of us. The choices, actions, policy changes implemented now and in the next decade will have impacts across all sectors of society. These will include greater involvement in nature-positive initiatives such as ecosystem restoration, promoting carbon sequestration, sustainable forest management, as well as improving our use and reliance on renewable energy sources, reducing greenhouse gas emissions from coal, oil and gas, and developing new carbon capture initiatives to ensure a rapid shift to a carbon neutral economy. These initiatives, of course, are wonderful and worthwhile initiatives in their own right. Your award today is not the end of your journey. It's not just a gold watch in recognition of your achievement, but a key to a door, an opportunity to use your potential to make a significant contribution to the future health and prosperity of all Australians. Finally, congratulations and kudos to you all on your achievement. Please have a go at opening the door of opportunity and helping us to better manage those oh so obvious grey rhinos. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob Conroy, for that address and a salutary reminder of very important facts and information, so thank you. As Pro-chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who've complied with the university's requirements for awards. I now call on Acting Registrar, Professor Dan Johnson, to formally certify the eligibility of those who've met the university's requirements for awards.
Pro-chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates, that's you here, for admission to degrees, please stand.
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Pro-chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. I now call on Professor Grant Hose, Acting Deputy Dean, Research and Innovation for the Faculty of Science and Engineering, to present the graduates. Professor Hose.
Pro-chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. We are a dynamic faculty driven by the spirit of discovery, striving to nurture the next generation of science and technology innovators. We endeavour to be the best for the world. We deliver world-class education to enable our students to reach their full potential, and we work with our communities to discover and innovate with sustainability at the core. We have a wonderful mix of science and engineering together in a single faculty, which means we can conduct fundamental research and fundamental science all the way through to developing the new technologies for the 21st century. I'll give you just a few examples of the amazing and exciting work underway in our faculty. In our School of Natural Sciences, our researchers have developed a science-based system for managing rivers, which is now used across the world. And researchers in our Centre of Excellence in Synthetic Biology are engineering microbes that turn our waste into sustainable products and underpinning a new bio-based economy. Our astronomers in the School of Mathematical and Physical Sciences are answering the big questions, such as how the atoms that make us all up were forged in the explosions of ancient stars. They do this using instruments built here at Australian Astronomical Optics. The Australian Astronomical Optics is a dedicated team of scientists and engineers who make specialist equipment to work in the world's biggest and largest telescopes that enable astronomers to explore the cosmos. In our School of Computing, our researchers make fundamental advances in security and cryptography so that we can trust the information technologies that are so essential to our daily lives. In our School of Engineering, we are helping to build the next generation of communication technologies, such as 5G and 6G mobile networks. And in our Department of Applied Biosciences, we work closely with industry and government partners to develop solutions to sustainable challenges such as how to prevent the Queensland fruit fly from devastating our fruit crops. Pro-chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering whom you have admitted to degrees and awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Medical Sciences, Martha David Zetas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, Nathaniel Shamron, and recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Jordan Brookhouse. Zara Woodbridge. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Science, Ruby Arena. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Zach LaRusso. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Commerce, Jasmine Gaunt. Samuel C. Tian Yap. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Biodiversity and Conservation, Lauren Bridle. Lucas Brown. Ellen Darby. Emily Hanson. Jasper Harris. Krista Janewski. Alana Mira. Caitlin New. Casey Pope. Aidan Pryor. Juliet Stevenson. Jessica Suart. Carthree Wynne. Sai Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment. Jaden Aksonsami. Olivia Bell Jury. Alexandra Bishop. James Biviano. Samuel Comerford. Ella Corcoran. AJ Goff. Lauren Hazuri. Charlie Hughes. Nika Hugo. Ryan Coe. Heather Maddock. Nixon Mason. Joshua Middlemas. Zoe Morgan, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Ella Murphy. Sandra No. Jacqueline Parker. Jessica Simonjuya. India Smith. Andy Stokan, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Imogen Street. Wait So Tsi. Emma Tai. Gemma Van Hemert. Angus Welch. Alif Osaf Binte Zaman. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Medical Sciences. Fatima Abdo. Hugo Abrahams. Anupama Adhikara Moody Yan Selagi. Mireille Arcus. Ricardo Alessandri. Mountaha Al-Kahim. Ala Anani. Asma Anwar. Farhan Asar. Sedra Ayub. Taya Noreen Belmonte. Jessica Binham. Alexander Budge. Madeleine Calvert, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Elle Carrion de Vilcourt. Michaela Ray Carino. Cedric Cheam. Yuhan Sui. Sanil Damle. Michael DeLucci. Diana Emerson Vickery. Jacinta Essam, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Sarah Fahar. Nicholas Farrell. Eric Figueredo. Joshua Franco Torres. Claudia Frost. Ainsley Godfrey. Sahil Grover. Nala Iftisham Hanan. Malak Samir Hassan. Sarah Hill Osorio. Angela Hubbard, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Lum Tiao Nhu. Sarah Lenevue. Kateri Lloyd. Amelia Lucero. Courtney Liu. Stella Mai. Laura Mangian. Kyla Martin. Matthew McCormick. Alexia McGilray. Grace McGlynn. Lena Macquarie. Shweta Mishra. James Moses. Krisha Narayan. Vivian Nguyen. Sinead Owie. Wazaruka Ohiri. Rojin Onkyu. Faith Marianne Orbetta. Suraya Patterson. Bhavana Sri Potluri. We'll just have a moment as we wait for the next candidates to come, graduates rather, to come through. Jessica Velina Pilipaka. Sharalina Radovic. Nusaiba Nawar Rasia. Isabella Ristevsky. Michael Roach. Tane Roy. Raya Sattar. Alicia Shrestha. Angela Shrestha. Caleb Sia. Mark Seward, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Nisavitha Savaji. Caitlin Smith, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. James Stokeld. Reina Takahisa, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Vuma Bharati Uthaya Kumar. Phoebe Wilson. Neve Winter. Irissa Yates. Ryan Yumel. Mia Zamatia. Tiffany Zong. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science. Anjali Apana. Ainsley Chin. Hannah Christian. Elizabeth Clarkson. Caleb Gara. Terence Heil. Jaspal Jandu. Divya Kalavanan. Venkata Kambala. Thomas Keith. Sebastian Lowe. Tina Marinovic, who is the recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Jeffrey Merchant. Truk Ngan Tui Nguyen. Pradipti Pandey. Maya Pantul Bentham. Florence Puddicombe. Larissa Siyufi. Gajan Sivanesen. Nicholas Smith. Aidan Solness. Natasha Sukar. Georgia Sultana. Shiza Tanvir. Tessa Marie Yutzi. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Biotechnology. Emmanuel Marfo Abawaji. Celine Ann Joseph. Vabhavi Sachin Banushali. Bayung Hyun Cho. Sakshi Srinivas Deshpande. Charith Lianarachi. Justine Oliver Macquarie. Tasneem Taranam Nova. Yashaswini Rajkumar. Maliha Binta Saleh. Anisha Sapkota. Chan Kantko So. Hashani Wasana Wirakun. Kuanwei Wu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Conservation Biology, Tanmay Bhakta. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Environment. Mayasor Zipporah Alabi. Dominique Ta. Chan Eng Yin. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Laboratory Analysis, Quality and Management, Joel Talbot. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Sustainable Development, Chipo Chingono. Sogol Miatab. Anna Warren. Pro-chancellor. A higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training, and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce their thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation for a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Sanila Assad for a thesis entitled Identification and Comparative Genomics of phage that productively infect L-form Escherichia coli. Chloe Duffield for a thesis entitled Lateral Flow Assay for Detection of Breast Cancer-Derived Small Extracellular Vesicles. Huan Hong for a thesis entitled From Poison to Possibility, Characterising Novel Eukaryotic Toxin-Antitoxin Systems for Biotechnological Applications. Aidan Hose for a thesis entitled Investigating the Ecological Benefits of Stormwater Channel Naturalisation in Sydney Harbour. Jasperine Pecharoon for a thesis entitled Waste to Wonders, Microbial Cell Factories for Waste Valorisation. Julian David Rodriguez Coacho for a thesis entitled Coffee Citizenship, Information and Knowledge Transfer to Challenge Food Governance in Colombia. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality, shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Danelle Agnew for a thesis titled The Cost-Benefit of Working with Recovery in River Management. Dr. Hung Ying Janet Chick, awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Research for a thesis entitled The Evolutionary and Ecological Drivers of Senescence in Two Wild Passerine Systems. Dr. Hannah Heiona Joe for a thesis entitled Environmental Impact Assessment of Renewable Hydrogen and Methane Production Technologies and Hydrogen Transport by Hydrogen Carriers. Dr. Alicia Duxbury for a thesis entitled New Tools for River Recovery, Condition and Management of Riparian Vegetation in Novel Ecosystems. Dr. Samuel King for a thesis entitled Synthetic Biology for Improved Hydrogen Production in Escherichia coli. Dr. Patrick Mansell for a thesis entitled Hydrous Cumulates in Arc Crust, Refinements to the Amphiboly Sponge Model. Dr. Mohammed Kazim Papan for a thesis entitled Investigations and Evaluation of Gold Nanoparticle Chemiresistor Sensors Platform for Rapid Antibiotic Susceptibility Testing. Dr. Sana Siddiqui for a thesis entitled Cell-Free Biosynthesis of Platform Chemicals from Organic Waste. Dr. Nicholas Solomon for a thesis entitled Nickel and Palladium Catalyzed Cross-Coupling Reactions, Mechanistic Insight and New Reactivity. Dr. Anastasia Tukova, for a thesis entitled Unique Properties of Plasmonic Anisotropic Nanoparticles, Sears Detection and Interactions with Proteins. Dr. Fengji Wu, for a thesis entitled Exploring Microbial Diversity and Function in the Degradation of Aromatic Pollutants from Petroleum Refineries. Pro-chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering.
Pro-chancellor, I call on Dr. Nicholas Solomon, who graduated with a Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry and Biomolecular Sciences, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Dr. Nicholas Solomon.
All right. Good morning, Pro-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests. It's a great honour to have been given the opportunity to speak on behalf of the graduates here today. I would like to start by congratulating these same graduates, each of whom has persevered with and completed several years of study. To our guests, the magnitude of this effort will no doubt be apparent, having witnessed the early mornings, late nights, and countless hours spent studying. Of course, as guests, you have personally been invited here today in support of us. A thank you and final reflection of your profound role these past few years. To my fellow graduates, as well as the academics and other university staff, I believe your support and encouragement are the most important reasons we're here today. When I started at Macquarie in 2016, I was unsure of what to expect. What I found here and came to value more than anything else was the wealth of opportunity and encouragement afforded to us specifically and uniquely by these staff. As will be familiar to the graduates here today, the defining and lasting features of my time at Macquarie have been the passionate lecturers ready to give us their time and answer our questions, lab classes filled with patient, reassuring technicians, encouraging us to develop and hone our skills, and our supervisors, ready at every chaotic turn to enrich us and guide us both professionally and personally. This is all a true embodiment of the university's motto, and gladly teach. In my own postgraduate studies, I examine catalysts. These are remarkable substances with the capacity to bring about otherwise impossible chemical changes, a concept that starts with chemistry and goes very far. In their absence, many chemical reactions simply do not work, instead becoming prohibitively slow, completely sidetracked, petering out, or ineffectually boiling over. By contrast, when a catalyst is added to a reaction mechanism, incredible new things can happen. Some unassuming reaction mixture at the bottom of a beaker can become completely transformed. To our lecturers, technicians, and supervisors, thank you for being our catalysts and for allowing these incredible new things to happen. Of course, to my fellow graduates, it must be noted that we too, through mutual support and encouragement, have in no small part affected our own presence here today. Whether you intend to keep studying, find work, or take a well-earned break, pause to remember today. Remember the triumph of your immense efforts and perseverance. It has been a great pleasure of mine to have seen this through with many of you. Again, congratulations. With the transformative friendships, knowledge, and guidance we have gained, go forward and continue to be a part of incredible new things. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, for those remarks, and congratulations again. Will you please join me in thanking Nicholas for that speech? That was Angela Brewer, who is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Will you please join me in thanking her again for that superb performance? Please also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, Heather Mowen-Boyd. And on the trumpet, Bruce Helmers. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni community who've generously offered their time to ensure today's ceremony runs smoothly. And finally, please join me in thanking our technical staff who ensure that the proceedings can be seen and heard, not just here in the hall, but for all who have joined today on the event on live stream around the world. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it certainly does not represent the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you're now part of the bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, which has over 240,000 members living in over 150 countries around the world, now welcomes you to its fold. We look forward to seeing you back on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, or simply to visit our beautiful surrounds and reminisce about the good times you had here as Macquarie University students. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. We urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. We urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. We urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. And remember, the world is not only changed by the great leaps forward of an Albert Einstein or a Marie Curie, but by the many contributions, small and large, of people just like you. Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So we urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a small gesture or a kind word can mean an enormous amount. We challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. Our hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you'll use what you've learnt here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, we charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also our hope that you always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to please stand. Now, I want you to place your testamus on your seats behind you and turn around to face your families and friends. And now it's time to give them a mighty round of applause. Okay, turn around, don't sit down. Here on the dais with me are representatives of our academic staff who've supported and mentored you throughout your journey, so please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamus from the seat behind you. The official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates in procession. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies just like this one for many centuries. There's an age-old set of Latin lyrics to this music, which begins, Gaudiemus igitur dum sumus juvenes. Translation, this graduation exit song starts out, "Therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young." The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state and city, and of happiness. Again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, with happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. I'm about to lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates. I then invite you all to follow the graduates from the graduation hall outside where we can enjoy some light refreshments. In closing today's wonderful celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudiemus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.